The lights are on and the fans are ready after a long day of waiting and preparation as we have a terrific game in store. Week 6 of the college football season and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. Kickoff unit all lined up and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the USF Bulls offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And here comes Michael Van Buren. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Isaac. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bulls will punt this one away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle, and you could tell they had
intercepted for the 11th time this season. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Odom. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. On target. On the move at the 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Isaac. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Look out, he's got room. Makes it past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Austin. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. The sure hands. It's Selden. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Isaac. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Austin. Oh, he makes a catch. Fighting off the defender. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, how about that play? Curl route, and the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he's able to catch it and go get the 1st.
And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he stomps his way into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This USF offense will open this drive right here. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the back. Zings it complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab down the middle.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The run inside. It's Perkins. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing.
Snags it and he's open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense set on first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
To throw, it's Austin. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Turning it on! And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Bulls use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it won't make the connection going for the big play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. Back open in the middle. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Marches ahead. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Looks like he's going to try to return it. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the ground, it's Isaac. Sweet cut there. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their...
Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Bulls decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Grabbed over the middle, it's Beckham. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. He goes right back to the air. Finds his man, it's Beckham. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. This time it's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Looking for a man. It's Austin. And he's in for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Bulls will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
To the air, it's Van Buren. He's got it. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Bulls line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This defense has them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Austin. He wants to take the top off. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down on the USF sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
Ollie, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Hard running there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Pulls it in. It's Sullivan.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Shoots it to the left. Tosses it incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Back to throw, it's Austin. Dumps it off in the flats. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He unleashes a long one. Caught at the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy. And that offensive coordinator
makes the grab in their space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He's moving out of the pocket. And they're in for a touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, I love the effort. 3rd down, 4th down, get down. That's the rules for quarterbacks, man. Don't take shots unless you need to. It's 3rd down. Your team needs you. Scrambling around, buy some time, and lays out with the great effort to get in the end zone.
The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Collins. Caught, and he's got room. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Bulls. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside. Something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone, but no, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Austin. Fires to the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on down. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Bulls will hustle to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him slimming.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, and the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used the timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Back to pass. It's Van Buren. Looking for the goal line. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Touchdown, Bulls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. He'll throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial? On second and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. He's got the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Rodgers. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Bulls want to move quickly. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover.